Hey Maniacs, welcome back. This is Rick here with Game Trade Media at Origins Game Fair in Columbus, Ohio. I've got Tony from Arcane Wonders here to show us a little something about destruction.
Oh yeah, so what we're showing here at the show is a pre-release of Volcanic Isle.
Okay.
So this is a game that is taking on the story of Easter Island.
Okay.
So we have these Moai that we're going to be raising.
Okay.
We're going to be settlers settling the island of Mu. So
Okay.
the way the whole lore and the legend goes is that there was once a vast continent of Mu, but it was plagued by volcanic eruptions.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we are all settling this continent of Mu. And what we'll end up doing is we will end up placing one of our settlers on the board in the same area. And this is a very truncated look at the game. The game actually has 8 different volcanoes, so you can imagine it's going to be a big, vast board that goes across the table. So we're going to actually land on Landfall Bay, which means let's just say it's either this tile or this tile.
Okay.
So we'll land on those on our turn.
Okay.
And then what you have is you have 4 different action points. And I don't actually have the tokens in front of me, but they're just indicated 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
That you can use on your turn.
And they look like this.
So what you're doing is you are going to be utilizing your 4 AP to perform actions during the game.
Okay.
So what can you do? So I'll just jump in, start playing kind of what a round would look like.
All right.
So what I would do is I would jump in here, and I have my settler. And what I'm trying to do is inhabit and settle the land by placing villages or raising Moai to the gods. And basically, the more structures I have, the more points I'll get towards the end of the game. So let's say 1 AP to move.
Okay.
If I had a Moai in the space I was in, I could move with the Moai if I wanted to.
Okay.
I don't have to leave it there. There is 1 AP to turn a lava flow token into a Moai.
Okay.
You must have a settler anywhere that you do something.
All right.
1 AP to raise a Moai into a geyser. And then there is 2 AP to build a village.
Okay.
And then the only other one is if you have a village and a settler in an area, you can spend an AP to have another settler populate.
Okay.
You can also buy prayer tokens, but we'll go over that later. That's more to save your people, not destroy everything. So
right, but we want to destroy it.
Yes, so we want to jump right into the destruction.
Okay.
So on my turn, let's say what I did is I would land for 1, then I'd move 2, and then I have 2 more actions, so I'll build a village using this lava flow. So that's my 4 AP, and then it would go to your turn.
All right, so the lava flows are your currency and...
Yes, they're the resources, and they're spread out across the board.
Okay.
And we'll also go over in a minute how more lava flows come onto the board.
All right, so my first action is
One, you land.
I land. My second action, I would like to take out this and build a village.
Okay. So that was 2 AP to build the village.
So that leaves me with 1 AP
1
left.
AP. So what you could do is you could build a Moai.
And I'm going to do that.
Okay. Great.
All right.
So it's back to me, and I have 4. So what I'm going to actually do is spend 2 to build 2 Moai. And then I'm going to spend an action to raise a Moai.
All right.
So now let me explain what happens when you raise a Moai. So what I am doing is I am trying to appease the gods by raising this monolithic statue in their honor.
Right.
Unbeknownst to me, I actually clogged up a geyser that was venting out pressure from beneath the land, and a fissure is going to form here.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
So the first thing to know about the fissures is you can't move across them.
Great.
But, for example, this is all one space, so it's not really hindering us at this point. But when the board is larger, there are different areas, so you have some hindrance in movement.
So if a fissure were to form here, then this would be almost...
Only you would have to then move there or there to the... Yes. So, so the next thing that happens when you raise a Moai is you have to roll the Volcano Die. So I'm going to roll this die, and I got an eruption symbol. So
Great.
So basically,
Here, let me show that.
you can show off that little eruption symbol. So the eruption symbol pretty much indicates that a volcano just erupted because of the pressure in the land. So I would take these tokens and randomly pick a number. So in this case, it's 3, which is not a tile we have, which I didn't actually set this up correct. So you would only use the tile markers for the for the volcanoes you have.
Right.
So in this case, I don't want 1 to erupt.
Why not? Why not?
Because
why do you not want 1 to erupt? Tony?
I have things around that volcano.
But Tony.
So 7 erupted.
Okay.
In this case, that means this volcano here just erupted. So what happens is the lava flows extend if there's a space on the board to allow more lava.
Okay.
Had 1 erupted, all of my villages and stuff would have been destroyed by
lava flow.
So the village would have become a lava flow again. The Moai would have been a lava flow.
Okay.
But that didn't happen. So I did 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to raise another Moai.
All right.
Right there.
Great.
So the reason why is this. When I built the village, I got 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the point tracker out here, but it's just a normal point track where we'd move along. And I'd gain 1 point from doing this. When I raised the Moai, I'd gain 1 point for the Moai. But when I raised a second Moai, I'd gain 1, 2. So you multiply the number of Moai by the number of villages in the area. So if I had another village and I raised that Moai, it would have been 4 points.
Wow.
So you're gaining points as you build your settlement.
Okay.
This would create a fissure here. And no volcanoes erupted.
So a clear side, no volcanoes, yay.
So it is now your turn.
Good. Because this is when it's going to get real.
Okay, I do want to explain one thing before you raise a Moai or do anything crazy.
Yeah.
So if a section of the board is ever completely enclosed by fissures, it breaks off and sinks into the sea.
That's amazing.
And everything on it is destroyed.
Perfect.
Okay, so so it's just a forewarning that the game actually ends. The normal game starts with the 8 volcanoes. The game ends when there are only 2 volcanoes left on the board. So what ends up happening is that there's a lot of destruction and chaos as the board shrinks. Simple rules are that the smallest area always sinks.
Of course.
So if you draw a crevice across the entire middle of the board, you then count the number of hexes, and the one with smaller, all of that would be destroyed. So
oh my.
So it becomes quite chaotic, but it's all about building your settlements in areas and kind of seeing where other people are building and changing the landscape.
Sure, I appreciate you. All right, I would like to do one more round. Just to see what would happen.
Absolutely.
All right. So how much does it cost to build another Moai or another villager?
1.
All right, so I'm going to do that. I am going to move said villager into this space.
Are you taking the Moai with you?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not going to do that, but I am going to spend 1.
Yep.
To build a Moai.
Yes.
And then spend 1 to raise this Moai.
Okay.
And I'm going to put that Moai right here, looking at you.
Yes, and so that fissure, and then you get to roll.
Big 1. I want to. All right, good.
Okay. So.
All right,
so you randomly shuffled up the tiles, and
all right, so I will let you go ahead and pick.
You'll let me.
Pick your doom.
6. So what ends up? This goes here.
There was 1.
That goes there.
All right, so that's cool.
And so you continue play. What obviously is going to happen is whole sections of the board are going to end up breaking away. That's actually where the prayer tokens come in.
Okay.
I said you can get prayer tokens, but we don't really want to talk about that.
Sure.
But where it comes in is if you want a prayer token, you spend 1 AP to gain a prayer token. However, if I have 1, this one would cost 2 to get another one.
Oh, wow.
So it costs +1 for each one. So as you go, what happens with a prayer token is this. So let's say this actually did break off into the sea.
Yeah.
you would get to save one of your sellers.
Okay.
So one of your guys swims to shore.
Okay.
If both of them were there, you would only get to save one automatically. However, you can spend a prayer token to save another villager, a Moai, or your village.
Okay.
So what happens is it has to move into a legal space. So if, for example, this broke away, you would move the Moai there.
Okay.
And if you saved it. Or the village would go into that space.
Okay.
So,
Makes sense.
yeah. So you can use prayer tokens to save pieces of your
Okay.
that you've created. So
Nice. And when
Yeah.
is this game going to be available?
okay, so we're doing a pre-release here at Origins. It's the first time it's been available pretty much to see at all.
Okay.
And we're doing demos the whole time. But what we're doing here is we are launching to retail in August.
Okay.
So we're going to have a full 2 months now of getting it out to reviewers to let people kind of see it,
Sure.
see what's going on, talk more about it
Cool.
as we lead up into Gen Con launches too. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, Tony, thank you for coming in and showing us this. I can already tell you that anybody that is into that whole tiki theme, this kind of scratches that itch. I don't know anybody like that. I don't think my camera guy or Johnny behind the camera is into tiki stuff.
No.
Or is he? But this is actually very cool. I love it.
Yeah.
And for all of you out there watching, if you want to find out more and keep track of all the cool stuff coming out of Arcane Wonders, where can they go?
Well, they can go to arcanewonders.com.
Okay.
We have a game page. If you hit games, it goes to a listing of all of our games that are available. There is a Volcanic Isle page that has explanation. We will be putting up videos and everything else. This video will probably be up there right after the show it's posted, so everything will be really good there. So.
Very cool. All right. Well, everybody out there watching, we'll be back real soon with another amazing interview here at Origins Game Fair. I'm Rick for Game Trade Media, and I'll see you in just a minute.
Thanks.